The second type of suspense is what is the reason for what is happening? What is the reason for what is happening? In What About Me, one of our films, What About Me, we see Alfred, the lead character, suffering and going through all kinds of failures over and over again, and we do not know the reason. Okay? Or let me say, sorry, what is the reason for what is happening? That's the second type of suspense. What is the reason for what is happening? So you find an angel giving gifts to many other people. It gets to Alfred, the angel gets to Alfred and overlooks him. And the audience will say, the angel gave gifts to everybody. Why is Alfred not giving a gift? What is the reason for Alfred not having his gift? That is a suspense. And that keeps people saying, I want to know the reason. In one of the latest Ogongo TV films, Beyond I Do, suddenly in the initial scene, you find husband and wife being the envy of some young girls and everything. Then you get to the house and then there's a conflict and they're fighting. And the husband is insisting there's going to be wahala, I'm leaving you, divorce and everything. And you're asking, what is the reason for the turnaround? What is the reason for what is happening? You find that also in another film, Nima. There's conflict, Samson's conflict. So the number 3 type of suspense is how will the conflict be resolved? How will the conflict be resolved? Now a conflict has been established, and then you are so much interested, or you've made the audience so much interested in how the conflict will be resolved. You have built up the conflict so much that everybody's glued and they want to know how this will be resolved. Okay, again, referring to Beyond I Do, the Christian brother and sister that are married, and then the husband insists he's going for divorce. There's going to be this and that. There's so much wahala, and then you're saying, how are they going to resolve this? Are they actually going to go their separate ways? What is going to happen? In Akobi Lanroye, you see the conflict played up, and you're asking yourself, how will this conflict be resolved? For you to enjoy this kind of suspense, the audience must not be in doubt of the conflict. The conflict would have been so elaborate, so established. Both parties are fixed in their ways, and say this is going somewhere. How is it going to be resolved? I need to know how it's going to be resolved. Is this mother-in-law going to have her way, or is all kinds of examples. But you cannot be ambiguous with a conflict and expect a suspense to come out of it. Conflict must be established. Conflict must be strong and captivating, and then that leads the audience to want to ask this question: how will this conflict? The conflict can also, it could be a simple conflict, it could be a difficult conflict, it could be a unique conflict, it could be a conflict as simple as what to eat or what not to eat. It could be a conflict as simple as, or as serious as pregnancy, and so on and so forth. All right. So, but what is very important is the conflict must have been established strongly. Both parties, or as many parties, would have been established. Their positions would have been established, and then without saying, how are we going to resolve the conflict? You play it up, and then until it gets to a certain climax.
Then I will go and submit your diary to a publishing company that I know. Yes. The story is good enough to be published.
No! Don't take my diary anywhere.
Number 4 is, how did it happen? Right? How did it happen? How did he become rich suddenly? He's been poor all along, and then the following scene we see him in a mansion with 20 cars. How did it happen? Or how did he die? How did he die? In Eternal in Hell, one of our films, as a matter of fact, our latest film, Alangba is shouting and saying he was betrayed, he was left to die, and so on and so forth. And then we're saying, how was he betrayed?